What's up guys, Dom the Nation here, and I'm bringing you another very special video. It's the second episode in my tips and tricks series, and this time I'm covering reloading. If you like the video, give it a like or subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. So, let's get into the gameplay. One of the most important things in a first-person shooter is having bullets to shoot at an enemy, obviously. Your most vulnerable time is when you don't have bullets ready to shoot. There are only a few times when this is the case. 1, when you're reloading. 2, when you're throwing a grenade. 3, when you're using a kill streak. Or 4, once you've run out of bullets. I'm mainly going to discuss reloading in this episode, covering the best times to reload and how to do it most efficiently. There's one trick I use all the time that helps me a ton. You may have already seen it in some of my gameplays. When you reload, you may have noticed there's a little period on some guns where the character you play as cocks the gun back. Pulls back the slide like you saw right there. This can be completely avoided. When the gun is almost done reloading and the icon on the bottom right indicating how many bullets you have left in the clip loads again, you can hit the sprint button like you just saw and shave off about half a second of time from your reload. It may not seem like much, but half a second to a second is all the time it takes to kill an enemy if you're on target, sometimes less depending on the gun. So this extra time is very important. It's something that takes getting used to but is very helpful during gunfights. It takes some timing because if you do it too early, you'll have to reload again, but once you get it down, you'll consistently reload faster than everyone else. I was researching some guns for this tips and tricks series a couple days ago and noticed something on the ACR gun page. It said, reload time, 1.9 seconds loaded, 2.5 seconds unloaded. I thought to myself, why is this? I realized it's because when you reload a magazine in real life, before you finish shooting all the bullets, there's always a bullet still in the chamber, which means you don't have to pull back the slide. This means when you reload with bullets still in your magazine, you reload the ACR 0.6 of a second faster than if you reload without any bullets. This is incredibly helpful too, because it shaves even more time off your reload. If you didn't know this, I'd highly suggest implementing it into your gameplay, because it will definitely help in all situations. So I have some charts here that break down the assault, SMG, LMG, and sniper classes with their loaded and unloaded reload times. So the guns that are listed in black have fairly short differences, somewhere between 0 and 0.5 or 0.6 seconds between the loaded and unloaded, which isn't that much of a difference, but you definitely still want to use that sprint and keep a bullet in the chamber tip that I just showed you guys, no matter what. But the G36C, the MK14, and the AK47 all have differences in their loaded and unloaded reloading times that are about 3/4 to a second, which is a ridiculous amount of time. That's time where you could be killing 1 or 2 people. So those are the assault guns. The SMGs, the UMP45, the PP90M1, the P90, and the PM9 all have differences in their loaded and unloaded reload times from 0.7 all the way up to, it looks like, 0.9. So you definitely want to have a bullet still in the chamber when you reload, because reloading without any bullets is going to cost you an extra, second, which is way too much time to waste in a game like Modern Warfare 3. So the LMGs, the L86 is the only one that really makes that much of a difference compared to the reload times of the guns, because there's a 1.25 or 1.24 second difference between loaded and unloaded, which is a ridiculously large amount of time. I mean, you can look at the PKP, the MK46, and the M60, and you see that their reload times are, 8 or 9 seconds. So, and even the MK46 and the M60 don't even have a difference between loaded and unloaded time, so it doesn't even matter. I just suggest using sleight of hand when it comes to those last 3. Now the shotguns is where it gets really interesting. So the USAS and the AA-12 both have magazines instead of shells. Well, they have shells loaded in the magazines, but it's a lot easier to reload than the KSG, Spaz, Striker, and Model 1887s. But the difference between the KSG and the Striker, which have 0.66 seconds per shell of reloading, the Spaz has 0.77 seconds per shell to reload, but the first shell, if you run out of bullets in your gun, or run out of shells in your gun takes 2 seconds to reload and 2.75 seconds for the Model 1887s, which is a ridiculously large amount of time. That's about 2 seconds for the Model 1887s and 1.3 seconds for the spaz that you've wasted because you shot that extra bullet. So unless it's vital to get the kill, I'd suggest reloading before you run out of all your shells with the shotguns. Now the snipers, you see a huge difference with the L11, about 1.3 seconds, and then 0.8 for the Dragunov, 0.9 for the AS50, and about 1.6 for the MSR, which is ridiculous. I didn't realize how much time there was there. So whenever I use the MSR, I'm definitely going to be keeping a bullet in the chamber to make sure that I don't have that 1.6 second added time on that I don't waste. So you guys, that's pretty much been my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I put a lot of effort into these videos and I really like doing them. So if you like them too, give it a like, comment, send me a message saying you like them, subscribe, because I'd love to make more of these, and I'm just having a great time doing it. So thanks for watching. See you next time.